the question is that, are we launching anything to space, or are we launching anything to few kilometers or meters? Yeah, so we are not launching anything to space because in India we don't have space policies, and you cannot launch anything to space right now from Indian land. You can do that in from US, but again you need to get a lot of license and other things. What we do is we build high powered rockets. So rockets, they have classifications. You have model rockets, which are smaller rockets. Then come high powered rockets. They are like the rocket launchers you might have seen in the movies, where the armed forces uses by putting that launches on this shoulder. We build those rockets. And then comes the sounding rockets and the high powered rockets. Yeah, we don't use build rockets for any war or any mission. We make them for the research purpose, and to we launch them up to few meters, like 400 to 800 meters. And they're basically designed just to perform the simulation of the actual rockets at the very small scale, to give the experience to students on working on the rocket mission, because a rocket consists of a lot of subsystems, a lot of parts. Even one thing goes wrong and you'll blow up your rocket. So we cannot build something at a bigger scale in India right now. We don't have space policies for that, so we are limited to few meters and kilometers. Like, and especially the place where our laboratory is situated is closer to our airport, so we cannot launch it up to even few kilometers. So we limit ourselves up to 400 meters. But yeah, we do have a capacity of building high powered rockets which can go up to few 10 kilometers, you can call, and then we can even deploy something from at that altitude. But we don't do because of the permission issues in India. Otherwise we do have the capacity of building that, so in case of any emergency when needed, we are ready to build that rocket as well. Yeah. So first suggestion I would like to give is not to have a target of any company or organization. One of the mistakes that I made, I had a target of getting into ISRO, and when I was not able to fulfill that target, I got really depressed at that moment. But not to have a target, just have a target of the work that you want to do. Like, you want to build rockets. Now, if you want to get into any company with a good culture, you should grab that opportunity. So if I have no idea about the recruitment procedures of the private companies, because they all have their own way to get people on board, and they generally do that by having their contacts and the connections with the people. What I suggest is, like, so for example, if you talk about Star, at Star, what we do is we have a procedure. Like, we take you as an intern, we give you opportunity to lead team, and then when we find that you are good at that, then you become a permanent member. But again, the other companies which are there in India, they are not so much funded that they are recruiting the professionals on board, and they are also just finding people who are there in their connections, whom they know very well, and then they are recruiting. If we talk about the private companies in America, it's difficult to get into, because again, space comes into the defense sector, and in America, Indians are not given opportunities to work in the aerospace companies. So you cannot get until you have citizenship. You can get into ISA or any companies in the Europe or Canada, or I don't have an idea about Canada, but about Europe, you can get into any of the companies in the Europe by just applying for the internship program. So most of the people recruit members who have done internship in any of such companies. And if, like, for example, if you want to go to ISA, you cannot directly apply for a job. You need to be an intern there, and then you need to build a trust with their management, and that is how they'll also know you, and that is how you can get on board. uh, if you talk about ISRO, I guess they have an examination for the same, and you have to clear that examination, and they take couple of interviews. I'm not sure about the recruitment procedures, because I generally, so I can tell you about Star, and I can tell you about few of the companies which are doing that thing in India, but not about the all the companies, because every company have their own structure for the same. But one suggestion I would like to give, like, you can use LinkedIn for that. Like, for example, get connected to the people from the same background on LinkedIn. Now, keep a very humble connection and relationship with them, like a normal relationship. Don't try to disturb them all every time. Don't even be isolated to them. Keep a very humble relationship with them, and get involved in the various programs conducted by them. Like, for example, during the Space Week, a lot of space agencies, they conduct a lot of space camps as well. So you can be part of those space camps. You can be part of their various programs and get connected. So that is how you should be visible to them throughout the year, and then in the end you can approach them. If you talk about the biggest challenges, so every challenge that you face at that moment is the biggest one for you. Like, for example, if I get the team management problem, so I'll feel that this is the biggest problem. If I'll get the financial problems, I'll feel this is the biggest problem. So any problem that you're facing at that moment becomes the biggest for that particular moment. So I cannot tell you which was the biggest, but I can tell you the biggest learning that I got was from managing people. Like before my entrepreneurial journey, I used to be not so much disciplined while talking to others. I was not so much humble. I was not so much what you can call humorous as well. I was a serious guy who used to work with equations and used to just build stuffs for my interest, and I was not selfless as well at that moment. When I started this entrepreneurial journey, it was like while managing people, I come to know you need to put your people first, like in each and everything. You need to take care of people who are working with you, and they ultimately they'll take care of the people who are your clients or customers. So that is one thing that I learned. If you talk about another challenges, I guess that those challenges are like taking decisions, to be frank, because again, no one from in my company has experience of doing job or working at anywhere. So we all are freshers in this thing. And before taking any decisions, what we do is we generally put our own reviews and we consider all the bad things that can happen. And in opposite side, we put one good thing that can happen and that can be useful to people. If I feel that something we can do, and if it can create some issues in our company, but it can ultimately help our customers, we take that decision of going forward and serving people. So that is a challenge, like taking decisions now. But now we have experience in this domain. We know our customers and everyone. So now it's easy for us. One of the challenges, yeah, I would like to describe is getting mentors on board, because in India, no one have built a company which is very much well known in this sector. So, like if you talk about IT sector, you can find any mentor who have worked and who have sold his company to any other person and who have experienced a lot of failures. In this sector, not a lot of people have tried out and their hands on this, so it's very new thing, and like it's a tunnel in which we have entered and we cannot see the light at the end of it, and we are walking just by taking each step very calmly. So getting mentors is very difficult, but when you get mentors on board, it becomes very easy for you, because now you have a person who have already experienced a lot of failures. He can share his failures with you, and you can ultimately, I am not telling you to avoid making failures, but I'm telling you to try out making new failures and new mistakes.